you doing first and foremost?
I'm great.
Life is good? Treating you good?
Great.
That's wonderful, man. So, I'm going to just jump right into it. I ain't even going to bullshit you. We're going to get right into it. What is the dating scene like for you these days? In this world, how do you feel about the dating scene?
Complicated.
Complicated? How so?
Complicated in the sense of trying to find a man that meets my mindset in the aspect of being upfront, being honest, being honest about the fact of being in a place where he's willing to date or open to dating, because I feel like a lot of men nowadays are, how can I say it? They want to date, however, they're really not emotionally ready to date because they've been through past hurt, pain through previous relationships, and have not healed from it.
As a man, I could say it goes both ways.
Probably so.
I'm going to be honest with you and tell you, humans are broken. Humans are going through a lot. Humans, I can't make it gender specific, because on one hand, you're telling me as a woman, this is what you're facing, and I'm telling you, I'm not even pursuing women, but guess what I'm getting all the time? This is how broken I am. This is how hurt I am. And this is the meaning of my show from the beginning, is to bridge the gap in communication. I don't believe we communicate enough to engage in real relationships in real time. You know, so that I agree with you on. I bet you 1,000% men are not giving you what you want, meeting your requirements, simply because it's hard to communicate. Not that we don't know how. We definitely know how to open our mouth and tell you exactly what we're feeling. But to deliver the message in an effective way is pretty much the SAT. Without studying, you know what I'm saying?
And I think men are afraid to be honest and upfront. Like, I'll say that, I guess I feel like I'm pretty honest and upfront with men that I
You lying. You lying right now.
To a certain degree. I mean, you're not going to tell a man everything. You're not going to tell a woman everything when you first start dating them. But,
Time and place.
when I say I don't even accept a man's offer to try and date me, I wouldn't if I was in a place where I know that I'm still trying to recover from past hurt, past pain. I feel like I'm in a place where I'm healed from that, and so I'm open to it. But I have ran into situations where men are afraid to open up and afraid to communicate because they feel like you gonna do me the same way that my ex did me, or the same situation I was in few
regard it, because vulnerability is looked at as shameful. We've had being a male and being vulnerable thrown back in our faces. You're weak.
Like it's a weakness.
You're not the strong man I thought you was because I'm vulnerable today. You know what I'm saying? We try to trust you with certain things. I know guys that have cried in front of girls, but you know what? I know guys also that it's been thrown in their face that, oh, crying ass, you know, when it didn't work out. These are the things that come out in the argument. So we looking at it like, I kept your secret, girl. I know things about you too I ain't told nobody. Why would you tell everybody I cried about that? You know what I'm saying? People have seen my tears live on YouTube more than once. You know why that is? Because I felt like they needed to see those tears, because it, one, humanizes me, and two, it shows a woman that if you ever go out here and tell somebody Jermaine cried while he was angry or confused or hurt about something, they'd be like, yeah, I know Jermaine.
We already seen it.
We saw it. We cried on the show.
There ain't nothing to do.
We know that if it hurts enough, he will cry about it. If that's what it calls for. I don't cry about everything. Hell, it had been years since I cried. You know, the thing is, I don't think enough guys cry enough.
That's true.
I don't think they cry enough, for real. I think they spend so much time hardening their
Holding
heart,
everything in.
building it up, that it comes out as aggression when it should just be, baby, you hurt me when you said, or you hurt me when you did. We should be able to communicate that, but instead, because we're so guarded, it's, well, fuck you then.
Right. And it's that guarded factor that is difficult with dating, because I feel like it's a certain level of honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest about how you feel. Be honest about where you're at in life right now when it comes to dating. If you ain't ready, then you ain't ready. And I feel like if you're not ready, don't approach a woman. If you're not ready,
nobody ever really knows what ready is.
Well, you know, if you still are harboring hurt feelings and resentment from past situations, you ain't ready. You got to heal from that. You got to acknowledge that, okay, I was hurt, I was doing wrong, whatever, and I'm healed from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to hold it against the next woman that I encounter.
I agree, 100%. Again, nobody really knows what ready is. And I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
I could break up with you a year ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
See you happy, you done started a whole new relationship, this, that, and the third. I meet a wonderful young lady, or several wonderful young ladies, start dating again, and it's not until they trigger me
That's true.
that I understand, dang,
I ain't quite ready.
I done took 10 steps forward, now 20 steps back, because I didn't even know I still felt like that.
I agree. That's true.
I didn't know that would still hurt so much
Mm-hmm.
until you said or did that thing,
That's true.
right? So that's why I say I don't think people really know if they're ready, they just try it. But that's why I'm so big on communication. You know, what hurt you in the past? Some dudes be like, man, don't ask no girl about her last dude. And I'm telling you, that's the most important conversation you can possibly have. You don't know where she came from, so you don't know how to carry the situation. You don't know how to care for the woman if you don't know where she came from.
That's facts. That's true.
Much like if somebody is born in New York, used to the cold, all of that, and then come down here and say, it ain't cold out here. Unless you know where they came from, you don't understand why they not cold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my communication. Just
That's
big.
Communication is big, and I don't think a lot of men
Are good at it?
Are good at effectively communicating how they feel.
I think they could be. I just don't think it's the biggest thing on it. We like to say less and let that be more. Y'all like to communicate. Me personally, only in my latter years have I ever began to see how much communication is important.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a person that would tell a woman, shh, I get it. No, I'm the guy going,
You intensely listening. Yeah. Communication.
actively listening.
Actively listening.
Like,
yes.
say it all. Because if I make a mistake, I can look in the mirror and say, that's on you. Because she definitely told you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But if I never took time out to listen, that's still on me. Because I still made a choice not to listen. So we're going to get into the next question. What's the hardest thing that you've had to admit about you to someone you were dating?
Probably the fact that I am
A finesser?
a finesser.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Finesse. Probably the fact that I'm a very independent woman who has a hard time being able to let a man take control and lead.
Now, why does independence come off to you women as threatening to us?
It is.
That's not threatening.
Yes, it is to a certain degree, because an independent woman who has been doing everything on her own, handling everything. It's hard for a woman to be vulnerable in the state of letting a man take control in certain situations, because you're the one, if you're an independent woman, you're in control of everything. You're doing everything
So
in
you're
your
saying
life.
it's hard to shift that power.
Shift the power over and let him be the man and take the lead, because that's what a man does. He takes the lead. And you
That's
have
what
to
a
be
man is supposed
to do. And my weakness that I have had a hard time kind of letting a man know is that I do have to mentally tell myself, you know what, fall back, Keidra, let him take the lead.
So I guess it ties into that old thing that I remember one female in my lifetime telling me. You choose on the dinner date thing, you know, whereas I'm a giver and I aim to please 100%, right? So as a giver, I want to take her where she desires to go so bad that I'm like, is there any place in mind that you had, or what do you have a taste for? And then they say, you choose. And they turn the ball over to us, and we're like, you don't want to disappoint on early dates. That's like the worst thing you can do is disappoint on early dates.
You know what?
You get somewhere and you like, she hated this menu. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say for myself and
I've had that
for
happen.
friends, female friends of mine, majority of the time when we leave it on you, it's because we want you to choose. Because a lot of
I
times,
knew that.
Yeah. But at the same time, we have to be aware that if you do choose, that we have to be willing to go along with it. Even if we don't like it. I mean, for the most part, most women...
That's what we can't do, is make you accept something you're not enjoying. Because we can see it. If you're not enjoying the food,
compromise. It's about compromise.
Enjoying the area.
If I leave it in your court to say, you make the decision on where we go, I'm going to have to compromise with whatever decision that you make, because I put that in your court. So I may not really like this place a lot, but you know what? I'm the one that said you choose, so I'm going to have to fall back and compromise and say, you know what? I'm going to enjoy it anyway. So if I'm giving you the opportunity to say, you make the decision on where we go, even if I don't like it, guess what? Suck it up, enjoy it, because you didn't want to make the decision, Keidra. You said it's on you to make it as the man. Whatever we're going to do, we're going to do, and I'm just going to roll with it.
That's cool, because I can remember a time frame where, okay, in dating, let me get to this point first. In dating, it's already an uncomfortable position because you meet somebody new, you want it to be great, you fix yourself up, you don't know if you don't know if you want, I know the 1,000 changes y'all go through with which outfit. I don't want to be too revealing, or I need to be revealing, depending on how attractive you are to the guy. I know that y'all change y'all mind depending on who the guy is. I know that girls purposely, if they feel like he like these titties, I'm going to show him a little bit of these titties. Some guys don't even realize girls know if they want to hunt you on the first night before they take them. Some guys don't believe that. They think that they're the ones that make that decision because of the advances they made, right? And I laugh all the time because I'm like, bro, I saw what she put on. You showed me a picture of what she wore to the date. That girl would try to hunt you before the date. She would have been cool without.
She was just trying to give you a little clue.
Yeah, she would have been cool without the meal. You spent it anyway. How you know, bro? How long y'all been hunting? About 9 months now. Like I said, that girl knew she wanted you before you even made your advances. Men sometimes don't calculate how much y'all control relationships.